under the northern lights, or a marathon on a volcano in Java. We all have our own dream adventures.
Fishing trip in New Zealand.
Where you actually catch a fish.
Catch a fish, yes.
With advancements in transportation and technology, these dreams are increasingly easy to fulfill.
This is due to reality documentary following your trips.
Join our travel junkies as they discuss today's hottest travel trends. Don't go away.
To culture matters. We all like this time of the year, don't we, in China? It is one holiday after another. So today we are going to talk about travel and holiday making. Now the buzzword of the industry used to be traveling in style, traveling in luxury or budget travel. But increasingly what's trending amongst friends circle is traveling with personality. So what we are going to talk about today is to show you some of the new, unique and tailored ways of holiday making. Ways to travel today. And now I'd like to show you how the travel industry is very quickly catching up to the latest trends in holiday making.
Modern tourists often turn their passion into a career, choosing to capitalize on their abundant experience. Professional travel consultants and agents advise and create special routes for clients. In addition, breaking with traditional forms of travel aid, more and more people are turning to online tools and apps to facilitate smooth journeys. But the question remains whether personalized travel guidance is a good fit for the huge Chinese market.
And let's meet our next guest, Amber. Amber used to work for C-Trip as a travel consultant and continues to be a travel writer. And let's meet Amber from the US. Amber, thank you for joining us. Good to see you. Good to see you. Take a seat.
Amber Miserak, originally from the US, wrote for an online travel magazine before moving on to manage online services for a leading travel agency. An avid traveler herself, she spent 2 years touring China on her own.
More to say about outbound tourism, you know, how travel agencies are adapting to the more niche demands from Chinese travelers going outside of China. So our next guest is Jerry. Jerry used to be a wild animal freelance photographer, very interesting, and he went from hobby to running a business designing adventure tours for his clients. And also Maggie. Maggie represents DreamTrips.com, which is a very interesting concept, bulk buy-in, you know, group buy-in in package tours. Let's meet Maggie and Jerry. Good to see you. Good to see you. Maggie. And this is me, Amber.
Hello.
And Jerry. Me, Amber. Take a seat.
Jerry, representative of Dream Trips, was once a software designer. After years of work with computers and figures, she decided to seek out a more vibrant outdoor lifestyle. She joined Dream Trips, where she works with foreign colleagues to promote bulk purchase tours to the mainland market.
Two of you are in, I would say, relatively different niche in the market. I'd like to start with you, Jerry. You went from hobby to business. How was the transition like and why?
I travel all around the world to these destinations.
Segments of the market, isn't it? Tell me about this bulk buy, group buy idea.
Yeah, initially I worked as a designer before in software industry. The challenge I had was I didn't have time. I sit in front of a computer for too long, so I got a sciatic pain. And the doctor told me, you should make a change. So I decided I left my corporate job and travel living in the United States for a couple of months. And everywhere I go, I see people holding this blue flag.
Like what? Do a selfie, you know, holding this flag?
I got very curious about it and find it online and see people post the photos on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And oh, it's interesting. And then I just sit down and do research. Find this is a club. It's an international travel club called Dream Trips. So basically, the concept is like bulk buy at Sam's Club and then Costco. Use membership based,
but for tours.
It applies to something sexier travel.
Oh, okay.
Right. So it doesn't give the, saving on like toilet paper or peanut butter, but on travel. So basically you buy vacations in bulk, like 50 or 500 or even more. So it has got the power to negotiate to wholesale pricing.
The way you work is very much different than how Jerry is. You know, Jerry's, from what I understand, is how you cater to personal demands is by one-on-one service. But the way you do is that you may not have that one-on-one service, but because you have such a wide variety of trips, that you can almost find anything roughly catering to your needs. You started in the United States.
Right.
I mean, I surely haven't seen that in China. What do you think about these two rather different market trends, Amber?
I want to try both.
You show this sign on Facebook. You're part of the company during the marketing campaign. Because people already naturally have to show the travel photos on social media, right? This is just the natural habit with this flag. So I'm traveling here, you should be here with me, right? So more and more people will get attracted to this.
And as you advertise, you become a part of their sales team in a way, and you can profit from it also.
Right.
Interesting idea.
Right. So you got financial freedom and the time freedom to travel around.
Interesting. You see companies like, Drimtrips, where the work that Amber is doing, the traditionally mass market companies are also going into finding niche products. Do you think that, always, the market is always going to be segmented? There is a certain type of travel that is always going to be only available to the very exclusive luxury, high-end and very personalized tailored trips, and there is a certain sector of the market that is more suitable for bulk buy-in and mass market.
Especially the last decade, maybe in the past several years, 10 years before, a lot of people, they just want to travel abroad to see different countries, and maybe in 10 days travel, they're going to visit 10 countries. But right now, more and more people, they want to go deep. They want to experience local culture or nature. That's the quality of a travel product. But we all provide the same thing, but just in different scene.
I see. Well, I think the moral of the story really is that, with the great democratization in the travel market, that having a personalized trip doesn't have to be very, very expensive and exclusive. What are some of the hottest selling products on your website?
Well, we've got $69 cruise in Alaska.
$69?
Yeah, for 5 days.
Oh.
Yeah, it's amazing, and a lot more than that. You 5 days staying in 5-star hotel with breakfast and dinner. In Gold Coast in Australia, it costs $250. Not just for one night, for 5 days in total.
Is there anything more that you'd like to share about your insight, of the years that you've been working with passion in this industry that you'd like to share with us?
For me, it's totally, my dream kind of lifestyle. I can travel whenever I have time freedom and financial freedom. So just go experience life with the freedom.
I would like to say
Unique and personalized, the customized ways to travel. And let's now take a look at how Chinese outbound tourists are changing the worldwide market.
According to the World Trade Organization, China leads the world in international tourism, beating out the United States and Germany. Countries welcome Chinese tourism and its benefit to local economy. According to a November 2014 statistic published by the China National Tourism Administration, over 100 million Chinese tourists have traveled abroad. As countries like Japan and France are relaxing visa restrictions on tourists, Chinese international travel continues booming. According to a WTO prediction, China will become the 4th largest tourist-generating country in the world, with an outbound growth rate increasing by 15%. New Chinese travelers with spending power, language skills, and open-mindedness are pursuing richer travel experiences, welcoming unique transportation